We just had a buyer close on a property. Shout out to Karen. Hi, Karen. And she was surprised that the seller wasn't at the closing. And many of our clients over the years have mentioned the same thing because in many other states, everyone is at the table together. They all sign and the keys are exchanged. So to clear it all up, today we want to share with you 5 things that you need to know about your home closing in the Myrtle Beach area of South Carolina.
We want you to be prepared for your real estate closing here in the Myrtle Beach area of South Carolina. So today, we are going to go over 5 things that you need to know about the process.
First and foremost, a real estate closing is considered the practice of law in South Carolina. So you have to close with a licensed South Carolina attorney. This is different from many other states where you can close, for example, with a title company. So even if you are refinancing a loan, you're actually going to still need a closing attorney involved in the process.
Second, you get to choose the attorney that you want to represent you. So the buyer and seller typically have different attorneys representing them in the transaction. And even when they do have the same attorney, 99% of the time, the buyer and seller are still not closing together at the same table.
Third, if you're the buyer, your attorney will take care of doing the title search, getting your title insurance policy set up, coordinating with the lender, coordinating with the HOA if there is one, gathering and dispersing all of the funds, and more. So you don't have to worry about all those little things that go into your closing. Your attorney will handle that all for you. And if you're the seller, your attorney will gather all the information about any mortgages that need to be paid off. They're going to look at the insurance, inspection reports, homeowner documents, and then your realtor will be coordinating with your closing attorney and with the lender as well to ensure that the process is going smoothly and as planned.
Fourth, in South Carolina, the deed must be recorded for the sale to be officially closed. This means that the buyer has to wait until this is done to get the keys and access to the property, which is usually a few hours after closing. However, if a delay happens with the attorney gathering all the paperwork and funds, or if you didn't close until the afternoon, the recording of the deed could be pushed to the next day. When this becomes especially frustrating for people is when it is a Friday and they have everything scheduled to move in that weekend. And if the deed is not recorded Friday, that means no keys until Monday.
Ouch.
The good news is that many attorneys will now do a table closing. So when they have all the funds and all the signed paperwork, they will allow for the release of keys even if the deed is not recorded yet. It is important for you to know whether or not they offer this before closing. We suggest you schedule your closing for a Wednesday or Thursday, and that way, if there is a delay, it shouldn't affect your weekend moving plans.
Now, finally, let's talk about after closing. The buyer's attorney will notify the HOA, if there is one, of the change of hands. But if you're the buyer and you don't hear from your HOA within a few weeks of the closing, we suggest that you go ahead and give them a call. Also, in South Carolina, taxes are paid in arrears. So what that means is that the tax bill, for example, in 2022, won't be due until the end of 2022. So at closing, the attorney will collect the portion of the seller-owned taxes, and they will give that money to the buyer. And so at the end of the year, when the tax bill comes out, the buyer's responsible for paying for the entire amount of the tax bill. So if you're a seller and you get that tax bill after closing, do not pay it. But as a courtesy, you can give that bill to your realtor to pass along to the buyer.
Be sure to check out our other video that outlines what you need to do as a buyer after closing.
We hope that this quick video helped you to understand how your real estate closing will work in our area. And if you have any questions about this process, please reach out to us or let us know in the comments below.
And we would be so grateful if you would leave a like on our video.
And if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, you're missing out. We release great weekly videos that you're not going to want to miss.
Happy house hunting!